Joshua Kissinger with the 49ers go undefeated. Brock Purdy is him. So, saying any team will go undefeated, I'm going to say hot, piping hot. Because it's a long season. You play 17 games. It is 18 weeks. You do get one bye week. I think they should maybe think about adding another bye week because that's rough on the players. But it's NFL. It is what it is. They're going to do what they want. But let's take a look at the schedule. The Browns. That is one they can easily slip up on. I think they can easily slip up versus the Browns. The Browns are a good football team. They have an elite defense. I want to see Brock Purdy and how he will do versus his Browns defense. I don't think he'll have an issue. You have so many playmakers. There's no reason why he can't. And on top of that, Purdy's just so smart. He's just so smart. He's such a darn good quarterback. And I saw someone say that if Mac Jones was in Brock Purdy's situation, that Mac Jones would be having Brock Purdy-like success. I don't think so. Brock Purdy is just better. Better accuracy. He does everything that Mac Jones does, but just better. It's just what Purdy is. Maybe he can't move like Mac Jones can, but everything Mac Jones does, Brock Purdy just does it flat out better. Just does it better. And, you could argue both teams are very different. Brock Purdy is a system quarterback. Fine. Kyle Shanahan is one of the best coaches in the league. I understand why people think that, but how about we talk about his career at Iowa State? How about we talk about that? His career at Iowa State was pretty good. He had them ranked a couple times. He was playing really well at Iowa State. And what's the talent like at Iowa State? Yeah, exactly. How's their coaching? Yeah, exactly. But if you just look at the numbers, and even when you go back to Jimmy G, heck, Nick Mullins in this offense, Trey Lance, have any of them had any kind of success like this? Jimmy G, he's been to a Super Bowl. He played well. But Brock Purdy just does everything better. He's more accurate. He reads the field at a high level. And his arm has gotten much better, since college. I noticed that his arm is much stronger. It's much, much more powerful. And I believe he was working with someone on that. I don't remember who, but I know he was working with someone on, getting the arm strength out. And that's something he was working on throughout the offseason. And look at him. The offseason, as he was coming into the NFL. When he got drafted by the Niners, I'm like, oh, he's going to sit behind Jimmy G and Trey Lance. He's not going to get a chance. Ugh, sucks. But I'm like, hey, man, if he gets a chance, he is going to kill it. And boy, has he done that. He's the first quarterback that I really studied, so really excited how he's turning out. But the 49ers going undefeated, it's tough because, you play divisional opponents. Divisional opponents tend to play you really hard, especially if you're going undefeated. They have that extra blade out for you. They really want to come get you. The entire NFL, you're going to have that target on your back. Everyone's going to play as hard as they can against you. But the coaching that they have, they will not let that happen. Very good coaching. But you got the Browns, elite defense. Brock Purdy should be fine. You still have a very good offensive line, one of the best tackles in the league, one of the best offensive linemen in the league, if not the best, in Trent Williams. Playing the Vikings should win that one. That could be really sneaky. It could be because Kirk Cousins is sneaky, and he is what the Vikings have. Oh no, Justin Jefferson. That's right. That kind of completely says no. Kirk Cousins isn't going to have his guy, but Kirk Cousins is a very good quarterback. He really is. Just because JDW won't be in there doesn't mean Kirk Cousins is not a very good quarterback. He is a very darn good quarterback. He's in the top of passing yards. He has 13 passing touchdowns, but 4 interceptions. He has turned the ball over quite a bit, but he is on pace to have over 40 passing touchdowns. So Kirk Cousins, he's impressive, especially for what he's dealing with. That offensive line, the defense, he can't play defense. He can't, but, the turnovers do need to calm down. Offense line isn't good, but there's no running game, so it makes offense very one-dimensional. Take it for all you will. All right, Cincinnati Bengals, they should be able to beat the Bengals. They're too lopsided, but, hey, that could be a game you see Joey B and Jamar Chase in that offense just do something that we haven't seen and just be like, wow, yeah, those are the Bengals we know. But I don't see it. You look at the matchup. The 49ers have the matchup all the way. Jaguars should beat the Jaguars. But, the Jaguars are decent, but You're playing the Bucks. You should be able to beat the Bucks. Seahawks, that's a divisional matchup that can be tough as you play them twice. You play the Eagles. The Niners are better than the Eagles. They should beat the Eagles. But the Eagles are a good football team. Maybe they get it figured out more by then. You have the Cardinals. You play the Cardinals once again. And the Cardinals played them tough a little bit in that game, in the first game a couple of weeks ago. So I keep an eye on that one. The Ravens should beat the Ravens. Ravens are just losing teams they shouldn't. It's just confusing. Lamar Jackson's very good, and they were fairly healthy versus the Steelers, so it's very questionable on why they couldn't get it done. The 49ers and the Commanders, they should beat the Commanders. Then you have the Rams. It's another divisional matchup, so you really never know. Divisional matchups just a little different. Your opponent knows you really well. They know you're the best out of anyone in the league. Those three division rivals, and we'll see because division rivals tend to play harder, and especially when you're going undefeated and you got that chance to go undefeated. It's very possible. I can see the Niners going undefeated. I'm not going to go piping hot because I'll say you're crazy and out of your mind. So piping hot means, but I'm just going to say it's hot. Like, all right, it's a long season. They will have to, they have to slip up sometime. They probably will. Every team does it. But I'd say hot. I'm not going to go piping because it's definitely possible. They are the most talented and the best team in the NFL. And I don't even think you can put another team at number one over the Niners. You really can't. The Eagles haven't been consistent. Their resume, they're 5-0, but they struggled a bit. Offense, defense, really struggling to get it together. Chiefs, you could argue they haven't been as impressive. Mahomes still trying to find that guy to step up for him. Outside of Travis Kelce. But the 49ers going undefeated is hot.